Maycee, welcome back. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Thank you guys for doing this with me again.
It's been a while now, but, with that time off and everything for you, how have you taken this as a benefit to regroup, recoup, and be able to put your best foot forward Saturday?
Everyone keeps talking about how it's been such a layoff, and honestly, I feel like it was just yesterday I was fighting. So I've been staying busy. I've been training. I've been working my butt off, whether it's in the gym or at home, like with the health stuff. We've just been doing everything possible to get back to 100% and back here to be able to put on a performance.
What excites you most about this upcoming matchup Saturday? Because originally, back in 2021, you were supposed to fight Erin, and that fell through and all that. But what excites you most about this opportunity right now in front of you?
Yeah, well, back in 2021, Erin and I think were scheduled to fight because my original opponent was injured, and then I got injured after that. So fast forward to now, here we are. I think that this is a perfect opportunity for me to showcase my skills and to get a finish and get a dominant win and continue my win streak and put it at 7 and solidify my spot at the belt.
With that being said, do you feel like with a dominant win here, that does give you that title shot next?
I do. I believe that I should be next in line for the belt with a dominant performance, a dominant finish, and, putting my name out there and doing what I need to do.
What do you feel like is going to stand out most when everything's said and done in terms of at the end of this fight, when fans are looking at what you've put to the table and everything on the line for that next title shot? What do you feel like people are going to say or look at from your performance?
I think my goal in every performance is for people to want, not just this one, but every single one. I want them to be like, damn, like, she really goes out there and she goes for a finish and she goes out there to hurt these girls. And I think that that's what makes me dangerous, is I don't just want to go out there and fight these girls and win. I don't want just a decision win. I want to go out there and hurt these girls and make sure that they know that when they get done with a fight with me, they never want to fight me again.
Earlier, you had said that you've been staying busy. I saw on your Instagram that you went to go to the Rockies game and all that and throw that first pitch. What was that like?
For me, it's an honor, being able to go and step into the world of another professional athlete and see all the things that they do, because being an athlete at the highest level in the sport that I'm in, like, we have a different kind of appreciation for other athletes and what they do, the preparation that they have to have, their routine, their skill set. It's a completely different skill set, but at the same time they're also the best at their craft, and it's really cool to be able to see that.
Speaking of that preparation, going back to the octagon for you, what do you feel like are you anticipating most going into this fight against Erin?
I don't have a lot of expectations other than to just go out there and perform. I don't want to have too much anticipation, expectations. The only thing I expect is to go out there and show all the hard work that I put in with my coaches and my team and all the sacrifice that we've put in. And that's what I expect. I expect to go out there and make us all proud.
I don't think I knew exactly what happened, but the injury or the causing the fight to end with Rose, what was the injury? Is that the injury that you're saying you're hoping you're back 100% for?
Oh, well, first of all, I'm not hoping I'm 100%. I am 100%. Second of all, it wasn't an injury. After my last fight with Caitlin, I actually got really sick, and we thought that I had gotten healthy again, and so I took a fight with Rose, and I knew that it was a little bit of a quick turnaround. I got really sick in March. It was like middle of March and beginning of April, and so coming off of that, I had 15 different IV antibiotics. Like, I was going through it. And so for me to have all of that, April, May, June, July, it was 3 months from that, getting out of the hospital to recover from the antibiotics, recover from all of the stuff that I had just put my body through, to jump into a camp. And I was like, you know what? I want that fight. I want to be main event. I want to be in Denver. I want to fight Rose. Like, all of these things. This is where I made my debut. This is all of the things I want. The only thing I didn't want was necessarily July. But at the same time, we have to do these. We have to make a decision whether we want to take it and go on this opportunity or say no. And I'm never going to turn down an opportunity. So I went for it. And unfortunately, that was not what my body was going to allow me to do. But I wish I had made that fight. And hopefully we'll do another Denver main event. But we'll see. But we're here now, and I have a main event against Erin, and that's what my focus is.
Okay. But that is a fight that you would like to see again, maybe at some point, just to challenge yourself against Rose? Or is that if the cards all align themselves?
I don't think I really care about fighting Rose necessarily. I think that when she was coming into the flyweight division and it was a little bit different of a situation, she already got beat. And so I don't want to fight backwards. I'm continuing to go to the belt. So I think that me now fighting Rose would be going backwards, but I definitely want to be main event in Denver.
Well, speaking of the main event, first time in the main event, talk about the emotions going into that, extra pressure, extra signings on the posters and all kind of stuff. I mean, what's your excitement level coming into this?
There's no extra pressure, honestly. I've lived my whole life as something new. I grew up in the UFC. I got signed when I think I was almost 19, or I was 19, almost 20. And so my whole life has been something new, some added so-called pressure, but I do believe in the saying, pressure builds diamonds, and I believe I'm a diamond, and I believe that I was created to go to the top. So for me, being main event, the only thing that's different is I finally get to go 5 rounds, and everyone knows I get better with time, so I'm just ready to go out there and do it.
Well, talking about Erin, where is she dangerous, and what are you expecting to see from her on Saturday?
I think Erin's a one-dimensional fighter, and I think I've made that pretty known. She has her grappling and she has her wrestling ability, but really, honestly, aside from that, I don't think she's a great striker. She's not a finisher, and she's not a dangerous fighter. She has some submission wins, but what makes me dangerous compared to her is I go out there to hurt you, and I go out there to make you bleed. And I think that that's what's going to be in my advantage. And I don't care where the fight goes, whether it's on the standing, on the ground, I'm going to finish Erin Blanchfield.
And I know you said with a great performance, you're hoping that it kind of catapults you into getting that next shot for the title. Speaking of that last title performance, what did you think of that fight between Shevchenko and Manon?
It was close, obviously. I didn't have a lot of emotion towards it just because I've been so focused on the fight that I have. But I think that Manon is a great fighter. I don't think she has a whole lot of championship-like personality. But I also didn't really have any surprise that Valentina continued to do what she's been able to do best, and that's have dominant performances over these women.
And I know you don't want to look past, obviously, Saturday, but should you get that call, do you think you have what it takes to beat Valentina right now?
Absolutely.
Best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Cool. Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.